The 2027 America's Cup will look and feel very different to past events, with rule changes being described as the boldest shake-up in 174 years of sailing. Among the changes, the maximum crew allowed on board goes from 8 down to 5, plus a guest. We'll get to that in a second. Also, one of those 5 must be a woman. Team New Zealand boss Grant Dalton says this has universal support.
To be true to that vision of bringing diversity through in the sport, we had to make that move. And I know that with all the teams from last time that are the founding partners of the partnership, they all completely agree with that.
For reaction this morning, David Blakey, Commodore of the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, is at the desk. David, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
Your general reaction to these changes?
This is the biggest change in the 174-year history of the world's oldest fought-for sporting trophy. So it was a very significant day yesterday. The key thing that changes here is actually the way the event is organised. So it's transferring from being the responsibility of the defender or the team that won the last event to a new partnership, which all the teams that are competing will be a part of. So it's a change in the foundation for which the event is organised going forward. And what that enables is it enables the event to then plan longer into the future. So we can plan years out rather than just campaign by campaign.
And does that take some of the advantage away from the winning team in planning the next event?
It makes the event more sustainable for everybody. So there's more certainty around where the event's going to be. It provides more certainty for the likes of sponsors to be involved. It enables you to sign longer term deals with the likes of media broadcasting organisations, but it enables all teams to plan, and when they all contribute to a successful event, it also provides them with a return. So it actually underpins the sustainability of all the teams, including the defender. What
about, because the defender gets to decide the specifications of the boats and everything like that, right? Does that still happen, or is that changing too?
That's happened for this event, for AC38 in Naples, but going forward, that'll be the responsibility of this partnership.
Right. So you're making it a more even playing field for everybody, not just the one who won last time?
Yeah, in many respects it is, and part of that is to make it more attractive and easier for people to come into the competition.
Because you need more teams in, right?
To some degree. The America's Cup is always going to be at the pinnacle of the sport. It's where the elite sailors combined with technology are at the extreme level of how fast we can make boats go. So I think it will always be a smaller number of teams, but yes, it would be great to have more teams than we have today involved.
What about mandating that a woman, mandating is probably not the right word in this context, but requiring that at least one of the crew is female? There will be people who will say, well, why not allow people to get there on merit? Why mandate that there's a quota of one woman per boat?
And that's something we debated very heavily through the negotiation process. One of the successes of the last event was having a Women's America's Cup to showcase women's talent in sailing. And what this does by going down the route of having a mandate is it actually extends that pathway one step further and gets them involved in being able to be on the boat in the match itself. And one of the questions I've had a lot is, well, does that mean you could actually end up with an all-female crew in the future? Because you've also lost the cyclors, replacing it with batteries, yes. So the boats are being powered in a different way. And of course, that could well be an outcome in the future.
Would you then mandate that one man must be on board?
Don't know, but it certainly levels the playing field.
So what are we, from a viewer experience, for us at home, what are we going to notice? So obviously there'll be a woman on board, but what will be the main differences, do you think, with 2027?
Well, in many respects, the boats will look very similar. The hulls of the boats will be the same. Some of the technology on the boats will change, and the way the boats are being sailed will be changed. So we've actually gone from 4 people sailing the boat to 5 now, plus having a guest on board. So the number of people on the boat will be different. But I think what you'll see is actually the way the event is promoted and showcased will evolve. And what we know already from Naples, the Italians are super excited about having this event there, and what we will see is a massive local support for this event.
What do the batteries do? Which obviously we had the cyclors, the guys who were cycling away and powering. What do the batteries do?
Effectively replacing what the cyclors were doing. So it enables the sailors on the boat control all the mechanisms, like the foils, like the rudder, like the sails. It enables them to make all those adjustments as the boat's sailing around the course.
Right, okay, so it's got nothing to do with how fast it's actually going. That's all wind?
Well, it's a combination of wind and the technology and the dynamics of the boat as it moves through the air and moves through the water.
Right, because I'm just thinking sailing to me is like wind and a sail, you know, and then you're talking about batteries. I mean, are we going to have engines next?
No. Ultimately, you still need wind to get the boats going.
Yeah.
That doesn't change.
All right, well, we're looking forward to this one. It should be fantastic. You also got a cost cap of $147 million for all existing teams. What would they normally spend? Has there been no cap beforehand, and what are people normally spending?
No, there's never been a cap before, and what they've traditionally spent goes to massive extremes. And what Grant was very quick to point out yesterday is they spend nowhere near that amount. And one of the strengths of Team New Zealand has actually been the ability to be able to achieve what they have with limited resources and think through the problem solving and working very efficiently. Other teams do spend a lot more. The reason for bringing in a cost cap and a structure like that is to actually just contain the costs for everybody and again make it easier for teams to enter in the future.
Even playing field. Who's the guest on board?
Could be you, Ryan.
Really? Even if I'm not a woman?
No. I mean, the idea is it's providing accessibility to the event for it could be influencers. It's another way of broadcasting or showcasing what's going on, but also something back for sponsors. So it gives them an access to the event on the playing field, almost unlike any other sport, actually.
Well, it is. So you could have, like Kim Kardashian or something, or you know, Taylor Swift, I don't know, someone with a big following on board the vessel during the races.
Correct.
Streaming and doing their posts and whatnot.
Yeah. Someone with the right context and the influence, absolutely that could happen.